What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast. I don't have anybody in studio today, but I will be meeting with my brother via satellite. As you can see, I'm wearing my sunglasses. It might get a little teary in here as we talk about grief and loss, how it affects us, how can we comfort each other going through it. We'll talk about it right now. What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast. Where life's a mental
Yes, sir.
game, you need the right mentality to survive. Man, I stopped saying it, man. I don't know why. I like that.
Yeah,
I
bro.
like my little catchphrase, man.
That is, dog. What's up with you, man? You getting old. You forgot it.
Huh?
You getting old.
Nah,
You forgot it.
man, look, don't say that, man. Don't say that. I'm only at the tender age of 33.
That's real. That's real. I can't say the
You know what I
same, my
mean?
brother.
So,
Yeah.
introduce y'all. I mean, my brother needs no introduction. He's been on the show a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Uh, I originally, I be trying to get other people on here, but they be flaking on me.
No,
Uh,
ain't nobody got your
I be
back. Ain't
trying to spread
nobody.
the wealth.
Yeah, everybody got your back like family, dog. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Ain't no
nah,
taking
it's
no
all
shots at
good, but
nobody.
it's all good. It's all good. I know people got things they got to do. Um, Sam moving, so that's understandable. He's moving into his new spot.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on with Tez. Tez called me and kind of siphoned me for information. But
Mm.
but anyway, man, this week,
It's all good.
yeah, this week we talking about grief and loss, man.
hmm hmm
Like I told y'all in the intro, man, I'm wearing my sunglasses because this might get a little teary, man. Talking about grief
Yeah.
and loss, man, because
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough,
it's a
man.
serious situation, and
hmm
it's a serious thing. And, it can have an effect on your mental game. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like how you operate and how you go about the world and do what you need to do to survive and succeed.
Absolutely.
Um, the mental game I have for the week is you are never anywhere you're not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that you
Fact.
belong. Like wherever you are, you belong there.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
And a lot
That's
of
a
people,
that's a that's a good one.
right. A lot of people go through life, just fearing that, that they don't belong, man. And I'm here to tell you, you know what I'm saying? That's just an opportunity for growth, you know?
hmm
And
That's real.
we just need to learn how to grow and be the people that we need to be. I'm taking off my headphones. We using this Riverside app, and I can only hear Marcus on my TV. So I can hear him. I'm taking my headphones off.
There you go, bro. You might get
Yeah,
here
but
clear. Nah, he can clear.
man, more I don't want to tell my brother age. I'm gonna let him do that. But in my 33 years of life on this earth, I have experienced a lot of loss, and I've dealt with a lot of grief, and grief is not only from loss. You know what I'm saying? You could be grieving an opportunity.
Mm.
You could be grieving
hmm
a job. You could be grieving a friendship. Whatever that may be.
That's facts.
Uh,
You could grieve money, man.
you can grieve money. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
You can grieve any objects. You know what I'm saying? It's a human, a normal human event, action, emotion, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
It's perfectly normal for you to grieve something.
Right.
Um
Yeah, that's real.
and we also gonna talk about how we would help people, how we would engage people that are grieving. So, but before we go with that, bro, I have some questions.
Mm. I'm ready
Couple
for you,
questions.
dog. I'm ready
You
for
ready?
you.
You
I'm
sure
ready
you
for
ready,
you.
bro? Cause
No, I ain't ready. I ain't ready.
Aaron said, Aaron was describing my question
At
throwing it like
baseball, I love
50.
that.
Yeah,
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 that
yeah.
was good. That was a good analogy, though, because he right.
That
He
was a
right.
knuckleball.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think when you asked me about the female singers, though, that was a fastball, 110 miles an hour hit me. I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for that one. So that he right. And then he MLB the show. That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
analogy.
That's one of his favorite games. He probably
Yeah. That
playing it
thanks to
right
me.
now.
Thanks to
Oh,
me.
oh,
He yeah.
oh, thanks to you. You
Oh
hear that,
yeah,
Aaron?
yeah,
You
yeah,
heard that
yeah.
big
He
brother has
know.
spoken.
He know. I was the
Oh,
first one
okay.
to put him on there. He know
Well,
what it is.
what's understood ain't gotta be explained.
There you go. So
So,
that's why I'm not gonna say nothing else.
all right,
That's my
all
dad's
right.
my dog. That's my guy. That's our game,
But
though.
all right, man. I ain't gonna tell you how many questions.
Nah, yeah, don't
I
tell
ain't
me.
got that
Don't
many.
tell
I
me.
ain't got that many. I ain't got that many.
Nah, you good.
We
It's
only
all
got
good,
so much
son.
time in the show.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for real though. Yeah, it's
And
all good.
okay, let's go. All right. What is the hardest challenge you've had to overcome this year?
Ooh. The hardest one, man, was when my wife went out of town for 45 days, and I
Oh
had my
man.
yeah, and I had my you remember? I mean, you know about
Yeah.
this.
Oh yeah.
I had
Yes, I
my
do. I
yeah,
thought about it after I said, "Oh man."
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. Oh
yeah,
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 I
yeah, yeah.
remember.
Yeah, it was because that was the toughest time, man. Not to say that I couldn't handle it, but
Hmm.
it's always good to have your better half and your helpmate there, but it was a good opportunity for her to go out there, make some money, you know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
I
Always.
would never stop her from doing anything as far as going out of town and because it's for work. It's not like leisure. It was
Right.
work. It was work related and it's something that she had to do. And the pandemic kind of stopped her from doing that
Right.
these past 2 or 3 years. So it was something that, I knew it was a TDY, so I knew she was going to have to do it. So that was the roughest thing. And in that time, as you well know, because you talked about it in the last podcast, Matthew had got that infection, that infection stuff, and it was just a lot going on. Maddie was the only one that was free and clear, but Matthew
Right.
had the pink eye one week, and then the next week he had the skin infection, so it was like I said, it was around my birthday, so that's kind of like the first time I didn't spend my birthday with my wife, so it
Right.
was a lot of rough stuff going on at that time,
Oh,
so
for
yeah, because
sure.
she was gone for like 3 months, so a good while, man. So yeah, that was the
For,
toughest. I can say that's the toughest thing I've been through this year.
for sure, man.
Yeah.
For me, I think I have uh this is the most challenging year for me as far as truck driving, just being a company driver.
Hmm.
Uh, cuz really this is like the time where, I got a new dispatcher and it's just working around people's learning curves and attitudes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how they gel with other people that's in management, trying them, everybody has their own personalities. They got
Right.
people who they like, people who they don't like,
Right.
you know, why, sometimes that stuff interferes with the job, but um and I think this year, and I talked about it on the show with Mom, and I probably talked about it on previous shows. Like it's like really this year, my patience has really been tested.
Mm.
My
Hmm.
patience has really, really, really been tested.
Yeah, all gotta
Some
do is
days,
keep getting old, though. It's gonna get tested
yeah,
every
it's
year,
gonna get
though.
more testier. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure since it's getting tested now, I'll have it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, I think,
Have
and
it
I
later
think,
on when I need it. You know what I'm saying?
and I
But my
think
patience has really been
Yeah,
tested.
yeah, and I think everything that you've been through, because I know the other stuff that a lot of the other people don't know about. I mean, even
Right.
dealing with that dog is tough, man. And you soldiering through it. You know what I'm saying? You enduring it, dog. So you got to give props to
Absolutely.
yourself for that. Like I said, we're not gonna speak on that, but yeah.
For sure.
So even dealing with that, dog, is a big challenge, dog. And I like I said, me and my family, we throw our prayers out there for you, dog, because we know how hard it can be. And we know how
Right.
hard it is, so
Absolutely.
I got you.
Absolutely. I
I got you
appreciate
on
y'all.
that one.
Appreciate
Oh yeah,
y'all,
of
man.
course. Oh
Appreciate y'all.
man, come on, son. That's what we do. That's what we
All
do.
right. Next question. Let's see what we got. What we got?
That was an easy
Uh,
one, though. That was a
yeah,
meatball.
that was
He gonna
All
know
right,
what I'm
man.
talking about.
What goals are you pursuing right now?
You know what, man? The goal, the main goal I'm trying to get is financial freedom, man. Trying to get out of debt.
Of course.
We were doing good for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But then, we got the house, and you want to upgrade your house and get
Absolutely.
stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
then I got, the money was good because you had it. But now, not saying that we
Absolutely.
don't have it, but it goes to bills, allocate. I told you billion times about the daycare. That we
Yeah.
just started that back up this week. They started this week because Kayla started school, so that's another $300-400 a week. So it's trying to get that financial freedom. To get from out of debt. You
Right.
know what I'm saying, and take those well-deserved vacations that you and Aaron were talking about last week. Well-earned
Absolutely. Absolutely,
vacations,
man.
because and one thing I want to give a shout out to Emmer too, because I know he was so hard on himself behind vacations, and I'm glad, and I was so proud of him that he took a family vacation, because he's right, he never took a family vacation when he was
Right.
free, and so
I
I'm
was in
proud of
that
him for
boat.
that.
I was in that
Yeah,
boat too,
exactly.
man.
And I was proud of you too. You going to Orlando
Yeah.
every year? I was like, that's what's up. Me and
Oh
Chanel
yeah,
took,
you
we
you
took
already
a,
told me. You already told me
yeah,
to.
yeah. So, but even me, like, it was tough, man, because like I said, bro, it's like it's that thing that get preached out there that we can't do it,
Mm-hmm.
but now you have to knock that. We have to knock that
That stigma.
old adage out. Yeah, that stigma. Thank you. We
Yeah.
got to knock that stigma out that because Kayla and Chanel, we took vacations. You know what I'm saying? So me and Chanel always we once a year, though. It's just me and her. The kids, you know how your niece and nephews are. So they got to be of age because they act a fool everywhere they go. So we got to
Oh
get
my
them of
God.
age. You know what I'm
They
saying,
yeah
to
they
take
they
them.
definitely make their presence known.
Yeah, so but yeah, when they get of age and they, act decent, then yeah, next year when they be a 5 or 6, we'll do something with them. But yeah, man. So yeah, this that's the thing. But yeah, anyway, I'm sorry we getting off
We're
it.
going to
But yeah,
Disney World.
yeah, that's true. That's real. Nah, that's real. We gonna set that up. But
For sure.
but yeah, that's one of my main goals, man. Is just try to get financial freedom and get out of debt. You know what I'm saying? And mom always told us not to live check to check, but that's kind of hard.
Absolutely.
But
It's
yeah.
hard in today's society
Yeah,
because
it is hard because
everything is
everything's went
steadily
up.
going up every
Yeah,
year,
everything went up.
dude.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Every
true. That's true.
year, dude. It's like,
Yep.
dude, it's like you scared for your contracts on your certain stuff to be up. You scared for your homeowner's insurance
Hmm.
to renew. You scared for your like any type of insurance can renew because you already know,
Yeah.
like, man, dog, at the end of this term, man, this stuff
Hmm.
finna go up.
It's gonna go up, bro,
And
for
it
real.
has,
Hmm.
man. I was fortunate to, my insurance company kind of cut me a little break since I
Hmm.
stayed with them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I've seen, man, homeowners insurance go like, I mean, anywhere upwards of $6,000-7,000 a year.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
if you had, people out there, if y'all got a house, y'all know what I mean. You know, you know, all these insurances is taking a hike. My
Yeah.
car insurance went up. Just for staying in Texas, your car insurance go up. Can y'all believe that?
That's crazy, bro. It
Man,
did. Yeah, that's crazy. But you got your new truck, so I can see that. But
right, 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 right,
but
right,
yeah, with me it's high, and like I said, I don't have any newer cars. You know what I'm
right, right,
saying?
right.
But it's and it's gonna come. That bill come, and they ain't get
Man,
cheaper. You right. It's gonna go up.
nah,
I'm
it
kind
it
of
goes
dreading
up.
it.
It's like it always goes up. They don't cut you no breaks, man.
Yeah.
But
No. No. No.
but
No loyalty.
piggybacking off of you, dog.
Hmm.
My goal for this year, man, is to have $1 million in sales for
Nice.
mental game.
There you go. Hey
So
man, that's a good goal.
that's one thing. That's one thing I want to accomplish before this year is up. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this time to tell everybody that's watching the podcast.
That's right.
What I'm saying, go ahead, run down to mentalgame.net. That's
Yeah.
MNTLGAME.net.
Got that new drip.
You know what I'm saying? Spread the word, tell your peoples.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got
Hmm.
some good designs coming. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm working out. I got to work out a freelance deal with my nieces because they started
Hey.
school.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I wanted to. I know you what you just said last week about with Maya doing her drawings and Caleb. Man, she got man. That's what I'm saying, dude. When you get a chance, if you do another mental game, that mental breakdown, please have me on there because I was like, man, y'all was speaking, y'all was doing y'all thing, and I wish I have a whole. I could do a whole nother hour on that.
Hey, look,
On that.
hey, I'm gonna hold you to it, bro.
Yeah, hey,
I'm,
do
I'm
if you
gonna
do
hold
a
you
part
to it.
two. If you do a part two, my brother, throw me in there, cause that was one of the main things. Like I said, Kayla is soft spoken,
Right,
and she felt bad that she couldn't help her uncle out,
right, right,
but
right.
she got mentally broke down, and she was
Oh
like,
no, I gotta see now. I gotta pull my baby to the side, and I gotta
no, no,
talk
no,
to her.
well, no, it wasn't like that, but it was like the
Oh,
fact that she felt like it was. I don't want to say it was pressure,
like
but
she was hindering me.
yeah, that, and that's why, like, I'm proud of her because she sent you back that money. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, that's big of you to do that because she could have easily
Yeah,
been
that
like a
was very.
regular
Yeah, I
16-year old,
appreciated that.
Yeah, yeah,
All I did, like honestly, all I did was send it to Maya. I'm like, I
yeah,
love you.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah. So
saying?
it
So
was like, if she wanted to help out, but I think she got mentally broke down when it
right,
came
right,
to
right.
that. So that was, it wasn't nothing against nobody. It was like she got mentally broke down, and I seen her face when I would tell her, I say, hey, do you think for your uncle? And she would
Uh,
just had this look like, and her wheels would be spinning, and
right,
she
right,
wouldn't,
right. Like,
and
I got
it'd
this
be,
something. I got
yeah,
this
it
something.
was, yeah, and it was like a struggle for her because, like I said, she do that drawing stuff for fun,
Right,
but
right.
now
Absolutely.
it was for like something, it kind of, put her mind space in another dimension. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I just wanted to create an opportunity for
yeah, you did,
for
and I was
for
proud
my
of her for
little
that.
ones.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I gotta have a mental game. I'm gonna have it's in the works, man. Like I got a mental game kids take over episode
nice.
coming.
That'd
So
be nice, man.
you never know, man. You might see Joey in this seat, me tied up in the corner or something like that. I don't know. I'm working on
That
something
is hilarious, but that'd be great. I'd definitely watch that. That'd be
for
great.
sure, for sure. But but that's my goal for I know there's
That's a
only
good
so many
goal,
months
man.
left in this
Yeah,
year, but that's
that's a
my
good
goal.
goal.
You know what I'm saying? I want to get mental games sales up.
Yeah,
You
that's a
know.
good goal, man. You can do that. You can do
Oh
that.
yeah, I can. I just need to
Yeah,
get
you can do
past
that.
Facebook and Instagram's algorithm to, shadow blocking your boy, man.
Yeah,
You
of
know what I'm
course.
saying?
See, they hate us, man.
But
They
it's
hate
all
us.
good. It's all good, man, because I'm still gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
still gonna do all right. But that's my goal. I may
absolutely.
not reach it. You know what? I ain't
But
even gonna think like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal.
you
To
can reach
set
it.
it
If it's
again.
not this year, it's gonna be next year. We're gonna get
Oh,
it.
for sure.
We're gonna get
For sure, for sure. And pop up shop has just got the just got very, very close to pop up shop. So
it. Okay, that's good.
got some good news and got something I can move forward with. So
There you go.
we're gonna rock
So
and roll.
that's
But
looking forward
y'all
to it.
help me out with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all I just wanna let people know, man. I don't know if people aren't watching all the way through, so that's why I'm saying it now.
Hmm.
If y'all have anything to say, what I'm saying, like
Speak on it.
feel free. Feel free
Hmm.
to get in the comments, man. We have a Facebook group, the Mental Game Podcast discussion group. If you want to come in there, join, be part of the podcast community that we created on Facebook. Give some suggestions, just make a comment about an episode, good, bad,
Hmm.
indifferent. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
all feedback is good feedback.
Yeah, all feedback is good feedback. So,
Mhm.
like Easy E said, I don't know if he really said it because he said it in a movie. You know what I'm saying? All publicity is good publicity. See, I
I'm
can't
sure
even
he did say that.
articulate
That was just
that word right.
Easy. He was a smart dude. Easy was a
Yeah.
smart dude, so I'm sure
So,
he did.
what I'm saying? If y'all got if anything to comment, man, just let us know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Also, like, share, and subscribe, man. Help the Mental Game Podcast get out there. Help us
Yeah,
with the algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Let YouTube know that, hey, we
We
rocking with
out
this
here.
dude, man.
Yeah,
We out
yeah.
here. We out
And then
here.
the thing is too is it's not nothing negative, so it's all positive, man. What we doing? We're not doing throwing nothing
Absolutely.
negative. I love the platform, so we doing all positive stuff. So positive vibes
Appreciate it.
all the way. Mhm.
Appreciate you, bro. My
Absolutely.
third question, man. What are your favorite mental health resources? Like, um my favorite mental health resources. I listen to other podcasters.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I listen to other
Yeah, I do
podcasters.
the YouTube. I do podcasts and YouTube
Okay,
channels. Like
okay.
I can give you a good one. Like I like to listen to Tony Evans.
Tony Evans.
Tony
Okay,
Evans
okay.
is a good
I
guy
listen to
that
a
I
little bit of
listen
Tony Evans too.
to Tony Evans, TD Jakes,
Oh, of course, of course.
yeah, and the dude, matter of fact, is a dude that's from he. Matter of fact, he just married Shaq's ex.
Oh,
Keith something. Keith, his name is Keith something. My wife sent me his stuff, and I watch his stuff too.
isn't he from Houston?
Yes, yes, he is. Yes,
Man, I think I know some people that go to that church.
yeah, I do too.
Oh,
One of my partners go
I
there.
need to say this, man. Look, uh, Oksana and Tierra from the Easy on Me podcast, man. I sent them some merch, to where they're doing a series on mental health,
Nice.
and they were featured rocking some merch, and I just want to give them a shout out, tell them I appreciate
Appreciate that.
that.
Appreciate that.
Enjoying everything that they doing. I'm a fan of their podcast, and everything that they doing, man. The some of their some of their stuff is hilarious. So, I just want to shout them out real quick. I forgot to do it last week, but I'm doing it right now.
There
So,
you go.
yeah, there's that. And let me see. Okay, my last question, man. All right, I just want to let y'all know and take this time to let y'all know my brother and my sister in law are getting the band back together, and they're
Hey,
starting their podcast back up. Life
life
in
in
the
the
Deep.
deep,
And you can see the
right here.
banner in the background
Mm-hmm.
of my brother's feed right here, Life in the Deep.
Not this is
Um
not a green screen either. This is a banner.
yeah,
It's a
that's a
full
big old
banner.
banner. It's a big
Big
old
old
banner. It's
banner.
huge.
It's a big old banner.
So with that being said, man,
Hmm.
where can people go to learn about you and Chanel's podcasts and services and stuff? Like, if it's something in the works, just tell them, yeah, we got this. It's in the work. You know what I'm saying? Just where
Yeah.
can they hear about what y'all are gonna be doing?
Well, the first thing is going to be Facebook and YouTube, right? You could just
Okay, okay.
search up Life in the Deep. My wife already has a Facebook page and a YouTube page, but nothing's on the YouTube now. But on the Facebook page, like you can hit us up there. The website is not ready yet. We'll throw the website out there when we do our first show, which will be tomorrow. So we'll blaze it up. You know what I'm saying? Get it going. But we'll throw the website out there and all the researches. I'll let my wife take care of that because that's her. I'm gonna just talk. I'm gonna be a talking head. She gonna be the figurehead behind it. You know what I'm saying? So and you, like I said, people out there, y'all people want to know ahead of time. That my little brother, my baby bro, right here. That's my producer. He did my Madden Cash show. He produced that for me. Did great. So he's gonna produce this one for me too.
I
So
appreciate
be
it. Hey,
excited
look,
about the collabo, and we're gonna throw y'all out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good.
for sure, man, for sure. I'm always happy to help in
Yeah,
whatever
absolutely,
way,
dude.
man.
Big time, dude. Big time. Can't even express how much we appreciate that help.
Oh man,
Cause your brother old, bro. Your brother old, man. I'd be like,
man,
man,
I
my little
appreciate
brain.
y'all. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all just trusting me and letting me help, man. So,
Hey, we like I
I,
said, son, you do a good job with yours, dog. So, man, we say, look, we just gonna piggyback off of that. You know what I'm
oh
saying? Like I
nah,
said, we can be like obviously you my brother, so we can be a brother podcast to mental game. You know what I'm saying?
for
Because it's
sure,
gonna be the same thing, same vein stuff.
for sure. I'm with it. I'm all in. I'm all in,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
All in like Tony
that's right.
Baker, man.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, just
um,
Facebook, man. Look up Life in the D Facebook. You can message my wife. That's her other page, and you can whatever you need to shoot it there, and she'll hit you back.
all right, man. Y'all heard it, man. Y'all heard it, man. Make sure y'all paying attention. Make sure y'all follow. Go ahead and follow ahead of time so that way y'all can get
Life in the
y'all updates
deep.
and everything. So what I'm
Hmm.
saying, when they post it, y'all get it. Y'all got it. Don't doubt it. You feel me?
We
So
coming with that heat.
huh?
We coming with that heat.
Oh, for sure, man. We already know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that, my brother.
It's gonna some truth gonna be told. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
can't got to though. Got to,
It's
got
deep
to.
water, man. You better hold on to something.
Hey, yeah.
Nah, but all right,
That's
man.
real.
Moving on, dude. Moving on.
Mm.
Grief and loss, man. Grief and loss.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Um, like, all right. First things first. Like, do you hide your grief? Do you find yourself like hiding? Like,
I do. I do.
okay,
I do
okay,
hide it. I do because me. I mean, you've been knowing me all your life.
absolutely.
I just, man, I don't like to seem. I don't think crying and stuff is weak,
Mm-hmm.
but I know how I am, and I know whose I am. So I'm like, man, I got to be strong for everybody else.
Right, right,
So
right.
I hide what I have going on with me until I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm.
By myself, and then I let out everything that I gotta let out. So I do hide it, yes, because
Okay.
I mean, like I know one of the people that we're gonna talk about personally that we both lost was my cousin Tamika,
Oh,
who me, Aaron, and J
man.
Rod, you too. We grew up with her, bro, and we've been knowing us since I've been knowing her since I was like 5 years old, and somebody in our age group, as far as me, J Rock, Keegan, Carl, Dara. You know what I'm saying? I know you were younger, you was in the under generation, but that was somebody that grew up in our landscape, and that hit me
Right,
like a ton of bricks.
man.
And we was all at the funeral. I remember when you was talking to Kim about we was joking and stuff, but that was a couple of days later. But man, that hit me like a ton of bricks, man. And I didn't cry at the funeral. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, I don't want to say show emotion. I was sad, but I just didn't want to do that there. That wasn't the time for me.
Right, right, right. I think I had got all my stuff out,
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, that was tough. That was tough for me because
It was tough, man. Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
for me personally, and like I always say, I can only speak for myself. That was tough for me because um, one, it was sudden to me. It was
Mm-hmm.
sudden. I
Mm-hmm.
never knew. I even when I was young, man, I never knew Tamika was sick like that.
Yeah, I did.
Um,
Yeah.
I didn't know anything of it. You know what I'm saying? Even older and understand, I never knew she was sick like that.
Yeah.
And
She hit it well, though. She hit it
yeah,
well
she
because she
hit it
never
very, very
complained.
well. She was a
Never
big
complained
baller in the
about it.
game.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Big
yeah. She
baller
never
in the
complained
game.
about it. She did what she
Right.
had to do.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, she was somebody that I look at like I look at my Aunt Alice, you know what I'm saying? My Aunt
Mm.
Alice, despite all the drama that went on with that side of the family, my Aunt Alice was always like that beacon that, I could always look back and find a plethora of good memories. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's the same thing with Tamika, man. Like I don't have a bad memory of Tamika besides when she got on me that one time. But you know what I'm saying? It probably was well warranted or whatever, but I don't have a bad memory of Tamika. Tamika always loved me.
Yeah, absolutely.
She
Yeah.
always had me. I wouldn't go on record and say I was her favorite, but I was always around them, and she had,
Mm-hmm.
when we went over to Auntie Mary, I was always swooped up and whisked away by
Mm-hmm.
Tamika. You know what I'm saying? I remember
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
between her and Dara, Dara don't talk to me no more. I'm put Dara on
Nah.
on on the grill real quick. Nah, but I
She
still
still
love her
love
though.
you.
I still
Yeah,
love her.
yeah.
But
You
between
got her own
Dara
stuff
and
going on.
between Dara and Tamika and y'all, of course, saying I was always with Tamika. So that was sudden, man. I remember when Mama told me, man, and
Mm-hmm.
I was at work,
Yeah, me too.
and it just happened. Mama called, and I was like, man, this is weird, because Mama, this was like it was just an odd time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like at this time, like Mama didn't usually call. She called you like, "Hey, you okay?" See that and I'm scared when Mama does that now. You know what I'm saying? Even especially when all our aunts and uncles and everybody's older, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
when Mama always,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, you okay?" She be calling on the regular now. I'm like, "No, what happened?" I be bracing myself, but she was like, "Yeah." Tamika passed, man. Time froze.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time
Yep.
froze, dude.
Yeah.
And this is the equivalent. It's the equivalent, like I mean, and we'll get to talking about other stuff later. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that was just it was real. It was weird to me, and like it affected me because it was sudden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
totally did, man, dude. I totally didn't expect that
Yeah.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
That was like
Mm-hmm.
telling me, like it's like telling me any, like you say, all y'all in the same age group. That's like telling me any one of y'all had. It's like,
Yeah, yeah. That's how it felt, man.
you know what I'm saying?
That's how it
For
felt.
real.
Yeah, that's how it felt. It was tough, man. And I really it was now that I'm bringing it's coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama called me. I was just getting off, man. I was in the car. And she told me, man, and I just couldn't do nothing but like I just I just got in my car, bro. I was about to go home, man, Obviously, it was before my twins and stuff. So I was like, man, I got home. I was sad, and I tried to get in touch with Carl and Keegan to see if they was all right. Auntie Mary, and I got home, and me and Kim just hugged each other. Because obviously Kim was at my house, so we hugged each other, and it was just like sad. And
Yeah,
it just
man.
all that stuff, and it was crazy too because like I think I got that call on a Monday. I think we had something like a dinner. I want to say a couple of days before that, and she commented on me and Chanel picture that we took together.
Right.
And that hit like a ton of. She said she put on that my favorite couple.
Yeah,
We was at Toro's. Because she died,
man.
and I don't know
Man.
when, but we was at Toro's. I think it was for Trey's birthday party at
Man.
Toro's. And I
Man.
remember we posted a selfie, and she said my favorite, and I think she died a couple of weeks later.
Man.
Yeah, yeah. That's thank you, son. Just imagine how I felt. Just imagine how I felt. So I was like, man, this is my dog. Every time we go to New Orleans, even when we lived down there, me and Chanel and Kayla will go over there. She loved Kayla. We'll go over there and we'll play around, and she was just all around, all around good person. You know this, man. She was all around good
Man.
person. Like I said, I'm not trying to bring everything down, but like as far as like dealing with grief, that was the toughest one. Even like I said, my grandma passed. I don't have no grandparents. All four of them are gone. But that was the hardest one because that was like you said was sudden, and there was somebody in my age group that I grew
Right.
up with.
Right.
So yeah.
I'll take over real quick. I'm gonna let you compose
Hmm.
yourself a little bit. I'm
Good.
your
No, no,
brother, and
no.
I
I'm
know you.
not.
I'm just saying. Nah, I know
There
you,
you
man. I
go.
know you.
There you
I mean,
go.
there's nothing bad, but
Yeah.
and no disrespect to Tamika at all, or
Hmm.
anybody else in my family, man. But like I said, regardless of all the drama that happened with you know different sides of the family, I think the hardest one to hit me so far was my grandmother
Oh yeah, no,
because
hey, dude.
yeah, so
Understood. Yeah,
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 so
yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah.
and I think see, it didn't hit me with Momo, your grandmother.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was
Hmm.
my Momo too. It
Hmm.
really didn't
Absolutely.
hit me because I wasn't around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For like,
Mm.
yeah, and I didn't catch it, so I
Yes.
wasn't able to
Yeah.
like. Then I wasn't able to feel the feels. It didn't register to me at that time that Momo passed. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Well, you was young too. You was
yeah,
in high
that
school. You
too,
was in
that
high
too.
school. Yeah. You was
Yeah,
a kid. You was a teenager. Yeah.
yeah. So, but mine was, I'm a full grown man, same type of situation, and I had just went down there for Tez's bachelor party, and one thing I made
Hmm.
sure I did,
Let's go over
I
there.
made sure that I went by and I saw my grandmother,
There you go.
and I earned the nickname from Kimberly, the Angel of Death. It's like my
Oh Lord.
it's like people that are finna die or whatever, like they wait on me to come
Mm.
see him, and then what I'm saying, it's like my last time seeing him, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
You all right though?
yeah, 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 I'm good. Um,
Mm.
I was just, I had just seen her. You know what I'm saying? I was
Hmm.
in there with her. We stayed for a while. Sam was with me
Hmm.
because he rode
Hmm.
with me down there.
Yeah.
And I was just glad. I was glad I got to see her, and I thought I would at least get to see her one more time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before you
Yeah.
know
I get it. Yeah.
she eventually moved on from this world.
Hmm.
Um, when I got that news, everything froze. I
Yeah.
man,
Yeah. I can't.
I
Yeah.
swear that red light lasted like 15 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Cause my
Yeah.
dad called me. I was on the way home from work, and man, that rocked my world, dude. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm. Dude, trust me, man. I understand that because I know the dynamics with that situation.
for sure,
I used to go over there every week. I know,
right, right,
what I'm saying. So yeah, I get it because I know that I was, we was around when we were younger. We go over there every week, so
right,
I
right,
can
right.
I can see that. Yeah, I get that. I get
Yeah, so
you. I get you. Though. I get you.
yeah,
But like I said, man, I was when my Momo passed. That was tough. Because I obviously I stayed there with her a couple of times, and
hmm
you know, uh, you didn't know that was sudden too, but it was. No, no, man. That one kind of hit hard. That was second. That would be second as far as recent, passings that kind of hit me with like a ton of bricks. You know, because you always think your grandparents gonna always be there, man. You know, that was my momo, man. I loved her, and it was sad, you know, because uh, yeah, it's getting heavy. Um, she one of the first places that I took Kayla was to her house. She was still alive when Kayla was born, but she died a couple of years later. You know, and she always wanted to see my kid. You know, so it was she got a chance to see it, but I wanted her to see her again. She wanted her to. He said he wanted her to be born around her time, around her birthday. You know, she told me that when me and Chanel went over there when she was pregnant, right before Thanksgiving, she said, make sure y'all had that baby around my birthday. You know, we tried, but you know, so you know, man, but yeah, like we you know, that's one of the first places we took Kayla when she was a little baby, and we able to take them out, you know, take them outside. That was my dad's house and my Momo's house when they were still staying in the trailer because it was right after Katrina. And we took her over there, and she held her. I wish I had a picture of that. I'm kind of like kicking myself because I don't have that. She
Right.
held her, and that was like one of the proudest moments of my life is have my grandmother, you know, uh, hold my daughter.
Right. Right.
You know, so yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I couldn't, man. I think, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it was a rift in my family for a little while on my dad's side.
Hmm.
So it was like a period. It was a period of time I wasn't around,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I had a similar kind of situation before right before my grandfather died. Um, right right before my grandfather died, you know, I started working the job. I don't want to say the job. Um, and they you know, they gave me some time off, so I was like, it was an impromptu road trip. I had enough money to go, so I went. And this was the last time I saw my grandfather, and it's like he waited for me. And
Mm,
he was
mm,
bedridden when I got there, and he saw me. I walked in there with my daughter in my arms, and like, he was
mm,
bedridden. You know, he
mm,
almost got out that bed
mm.
when he saw me and my daughter, and just, you know, for him to be able to get to lay eyes on my
Yeah,
child, you know what I'm saying,
yeah, yeah,
his
yeah.
grandchild, well, his great
Hmm.
grandchild.
His great
You,
grandchild.
you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. That was a proud moment for
yeah,
me. I actually have a
yeah.
picture. I have a picture of, you know, of my child and my grandmother, you know, holding hands. We went to eat brunch at the casino at Boomtown,
Hmm.
and
They got some good food there, boy.
yeah, after my after my dad and my grandmother got out of church, and you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
and you know, that was a proud moment for me, and I still have that picture, you know, to this
Yeah.
day.
Hold on to
um
that one, bro. Hold on to that one, because that's deep.
um
You know what, man? It's funny how that goes, man. Because it was the same thing with my grandpa, man, which is my last living grandparent, man. He was in a like a nursing home type of thing,
right, yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah,
was, you know what I'm saying. And
yeah,
something
yeah.
told me, Aaron and Sean. Remember, like it was yesterday. Me, Aaron, and Sean went up there to go see him, and uh, you know, that was my last time seeing him because I think maybe like a week or two later he passed. And I was driving on the Huey P. Long Bridge, and I looked over there at that hospital, and something told me that's going, you know, because I seen him that Saturday. You know, we always leave Louisiana on Sundays. Uh, we went seen him that Saturday, and I was on the Huey P. Long Bridge, not the Huey P. I'm sorry, the GNO. He was on the GNO Bridge,
Okay,
going, you
okay.
know, about to go home. And I look over there while I'm driving. I'm looking over there because you know it wasn't too busy. It was on Sunday. I was looking over there, and I said, someone told me that's gonna be the last time you see your grandpa.
Dang.
And sure enough, a couple of weeks later, I got home from work. Pops, no, pops, and my pops called me and told me that Papa passed.
Man, man, dude,
You know, so it'd be
all
one
this
of them things, man. You know, be one of them things.
all this grief, man, all this, man.
Well, we got it. You know what?
You got
It's
steamy
not
in
as
here.
much. Yeah, it's not as much grief, man. I gotta give props to my mother in law and my wife because right at the beginning of COVID, Widget Bomb, which is my mother in law's mom, and I love that lady, man. She passed, and my
Yeah,
wife called me while I
yeah,
was at work,
yeah.
and man, that
I do
lady,
remember that.
dude,
I remember that.
that lady was so nice to me, man. That lady loved me, and she loved Kayla. She was so proud of Chanel, you know. And we every time we went down there, bro, that's where we went. That was our whole. That was one of our stops. Go see Widget Bomb, though. And with her passing. that hit my wife like a ton of bricks. Not, because that was her grandma. You know what I'm saying? That, that was her mom's mom. And she was tight. And I got a picture, bro. It's on Facebook. I got a picture of my mother-in-law, her mom, Chanel, Kayla, and Alyssa. That's it. And I named the picture Four Generations
Four
because it's four
generations. I remember
generations.
that picture.
And that, yes, I love that picture because that's a picture of all of them. And that's generations, dog, that's going to live on past us, as far as with Alyssa and Kayla. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And they can have their own stuff, man. So, yeah, Widget Bond passing was a tough one for my wife. And then my wife just recently lost her cousin, one of her closest cousins. So, like I said, grief would be a good thing for her to speak on too,
Absolutely. I
but
think I think this
yeah.
is I think this is going to be a running. I mean, I think any of these topics that we've been talking about, like I do guy. I'm up to like my third guy talk episode.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that you know I could run any of these topics back, and I'm willing to. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
You could. You could.
Whenever y'all want to
Dude,
do
I'm
them,
gonna tell
I
you
can.
this. You definitely gotta have a guy talk before the season starts. For the NFL season starts.
Okay,
Gotta have a guy
look.
talk with me on there. I'll
Okay,
come in
look.
studio for that one.
Huh?
I'll come in studio for that one.
Okay. Now, look, we can do that. I can arrange that.
Yeah, definitely gotta have a
And
guy talk, man. Gotta have a dog guy talk, NFL guy talk, bro.
for
Got to.
sure, for sure, I don't
Yeah,
mind.
yeah,
I do not mind. I do not
yeah.
mind. You know what I'm saying? Have something fun for a change. But let's
Anyway,
move
yeah, I
past
got
all this. Lord, I mean, we're not really moving past grief. Let's move past these steamy, not steamy, but like, but
you. I got you,
but
bro. Dark cloud syndrome.
yeah, these dark clouds, man. How do you? Okay, you told us how you grieve. You grieve
Mm-hmm.
to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And I talked to my wife. My wife is a good springboard for
Okay,
me. Yeah.
okay. So yeah, all right. So you know what I'm saying. You kind of get to yourself. You talk to Nelly in private.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
man, dude, I've grieved in so many different ways.
Yeah. Let's.
Um,
What you do? What you got?
man, my way to grieve, and I've touched on this on the episode with Kimberly. The importance of laughter. I remember I
Mm-hmm.
tried my
Mm-hmm.
best to overload my mind with just good memories
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
try to crack
Yeah.
jokes about uh
Something they did,
what
or
yeah,
yeah.
something they did or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
grieve. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So uh that's how I get through it.
Yeah.
Laughter and gets me through it, and that way I'm remembering them in a good way and not a
Right.
negative way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's how I
That's a
grieve.
good. Yeah. That's good, man. Because I can tell you, man. I know y'all beat us. Honestly, beat us. We wasn't a race, but I know y'all came down for Tamika's funeral. Y'all came down. I think y'all got there before us because when
Yeah,
we got there it was like Friday night,
right.
and it was me, J Rock, and Aaron. Man, we took a road trip. Aaron. That was when me and Aaron right down the street from each other. So
Right.
I got off early. Met Aaron at his house. Me and Aaron went to go pick up J Rock, and we hit the road, man. And it was like all we did. That trip. Well, we wish you could have been there, but you took TT and not a
Yeah,
bug.
yeah, yeah.
But
And
yeah, so
Robert,
you took
Robert
me there.
helped me. Shout out to Robert, man. Robert helped me over.
Shout out
He
Rob.
opened up his house for me. It
Yeah,
was
shout
last,
out to Rob.
like, it was last
Last
minute.
minute.
It was last
Mm-hmm.
minute. He
Mm-hmm.
opened up.
Yeah.
Him and Princess. They opened up.
Yeah.
The house to me,
Yeah.
and
Shout out to
my
Big Rob,
family,
man.
and let
Yeah.
us spend the night,
Yeah,
nights
we
there.
had got a room. Yeah,
Huh?
we had got a room. We all shared a room because we was only there for one night, so we all
Right,
just
right.
shared a room. And man, like I said, dog, that whole trip, man, we just made each other laugh, and we was talking about old times. It was a really good, you know, trip,
Hmm.
So it was good. So that kind of helped. Then we met over. Went to Auntie Mary house, and it was somber and stuff like that. Tanil and Davion didn't really know who we were because they hadn't seen us in years, but they had got
Right,
so big. And I was like, "You don't remember me?" She was like, "No." I had to show them a picture of her, Kayla, and Davion when they were younger, and Katina's daughter. And
right.
they was like, where you get that from? And I was like, man, I said, man, you my god, though. We used to have you all the time when Tamika,
Right.
I don't want to say was got tired, but when Chanel didn't have anywhere to go, she would call me and Chanel, and me and Chanel would pick her up and
Mm.
just spend a weekend with Kayla. You know what I'm saying? A couple of years apart, but So it's like it's stuff like that, man. You remember the good times. You're right. The laughter thing is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Um, to get me off of that,
Heck yeah.
feeling bad.
Heck yeah. So try a little change of pace, bro. How do
Mhm.
you how do you comfort someone who's grieving?
You know what, man? Just be that ear. Just be that ear for him. If you like with my wife, she told me that her cousin passed, and I know her cousin. I met her a couple of times, and I just gave her a hug. I hugged her and said, "Hey, if you need anything, you need to talk." And I said, "Just let me know." I just try to be that ear for anybody, that
So
needs it.
being a good
Just
listener,
being there, yeah. Just be a good listener,
just being
and let them.
being present
Exactly, being
for sure.
present, being that ear, not being the Nelly down, not Nelly, being the Debbie
Debbie Downer.
Downer.
Right.
Yeah, don't be the Debbie Downer. Oh well, you got to be. Hey, you need anything? Let me know. I just held my wife, man. She told me, and she was on the phone. I guess somebody called her, and I came in there, and she told me that her cousin died, and all I did was hug her, and she was cooking at the time too, so I was just held her tight, let her cry. You know what I'm saying? Let it out. You know what I'm saying? How she felt. And she got, she's strong when it come to that. So she understood that, hey, when it's your time to go, like DMX
Part of
said, it's your
life.
time to go, you go.
Yeah.
When it's your time. When that clock, when your life stamp is stamped for that time to go. Like I said, a pastor, man, he was preaching a funeral and I was with him. And he was like, if you have a family member that passes, you don't want to cry for them. You should be happy for them because no matter how they lived on this earth, if they did the right things to go where you think they're gonna go, you would be happy that they're going.
Mm.
They can be on the ledge about to die, and they don't reach for your hand. They know they're gonna die. They know they're gonna let it go. They would not want your help. Did you? You know what I'm saying? You got that analogy? They would not want your help if they lived a good life. They lived a good life, and it's their time to go. They hanging on the edge, and you right there. Hey, let me help you up? Let me help you
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And they don't want your help. They say, hey, I lived a good life. Is this my
Yeah,
time? If it's my time, it's my time.
for
So
sure.
it,
I got you. I got your
you
analogy.
got, you know what I'm saying? If I lived a good life and this is
Yeah,
what the situation
I
I'm
had
in,
to think literally, not
yeah,
figuratively.
yeah, Not it's not like literally, yeah, because who would be on
Yeah,
the head? Who would be?
right.
That's how he said it. Who would be
Don't be
hanging
on
on
the
the ridge?
edge.
Yeah. Who would hang on the edge? But it's like when people are about to die or whatever happens in their life, that's where they're at. They're on the edge. They're on
Hmm.
the edge of death.
Absolutely.
I,
Absolutely.
I was watching this podcast. It's kind of sad podcast, but I watch it. But it's I think TMZ do it. It's called The Last Days, and they do it
Okay.
for all the recently people. Now I watched the one on Chadwick Boseman, who's one of my favorite actors, and that got to me too. When he passed, that kind of hit me hard.
Yeah, I
I
remember
didn't
that
know
time
him.
because I think
Yeah.
him and Kobe hit you
Yes.
pretty deep, man.
Yes, yeah, because these dudes is in my age bracket, though.
Right,
They like
right.
Kobe. Me and Kobe born the same year, dog. Anyway, Kobe hit me hard too. But yeah, when and Cedric, matter of fact, when I seen you, I gave you a tight hug
Hmm.
because I was like, you just don't know, man. It was sad, and I was like, his last day, he knew he was dying, and he told his brother, he said, man, keep up the fight, bro. He said this. He said, I'm in the ninth inning of my life. He said, just in his day, and his son is, I mean, his brother is a pastor, and he said, man, I'm in the ninth inning of my life, man. The coach about to take me out. He said, just keep up the fight for me. That's the last thing he said, and then he died the next day.
Dang.
Yeah, so it's called The Last Days, and it's like it goes over. Like I watched Prince, they had Whitney Houston, they got a lot of. It's pretty decent. They got
Wow.
Aaliyah, yeah, they got Aaliyah, they got Jim Brown, they got a lot of them. So you just check that out, man. It was
Okay.
their last days, and they talked about their whole career, and they talk about their last couple of days, their last hours. That's
That's
documented
interesting.
on the earth.
That's
Yeah.
interesting, man.
Because
That's
Aaliyah
really
hit me hard too.
interesting.
Because Aaliyah was born the same year I was born too, and I was young when she died.
Right.
And that was Aaliyah. I've been knowing Aaliyah. I'm not knowing, like I don't personally know her, but you know of her. And then when she dies, it kind of
Right.
hit you in a different spot.
Nah, I got you. I got you, bro.
Yeah, but me anyway. We going on the whole thing, but yeah, just being there for somebody, just being there. Boom.
Okay. So, all right, now another change of pace. You talked about what you
Hmm.
do for other people. I mean, me, what I do, I guess I could say the same thing. I believe that's constant. That's the
Hmm.
constant. That's
Yeah,
what anybody would want. Somebody when you grieving, you want somebody to be there. You know what I'm saying? You want
that's it, man.
somebody to
That's
to
it.
be able to be there
That's
for
it.
you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Me,
Yeah.
I be there. Um, you know, offer encouraging words.
Hmm. Hmm.
Offer some truthful advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, they wouldn't want you crying. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this, that,
Yeah.
and other.
Yeah.
Offer that advice, and then after that, I turn into a comedian. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Try to offer and it don't work for everybody. I know my limits. You know what I'm saying? I know
Hmm.
when to joke and when not to joke. I don't just start joking people. Let me let that be
Yeah.
known right there.
You don't just turn into Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy. You kind
I
of
don't
fill
just
the
be
room
there and
out.
then turn into a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm timely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that comes with when you making people remember what they did, and especially if you've been around the family
Yeah.
for a long time, or if it is your family member, what I'm saying, you kind of know when to slip the joke in, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
with that being said, that's how I would comfort somebody. Like, okay, like I'm gonna ask this question: who can you count on when you're dealing with grief? And I think I already know this answer.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife. My wife.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife and y'all, you, J Rock, Kaz, Ryan,
Hmm.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Pretty much my siblings, Kimberly, yeah, just pretty much my siblings. That people
Yeah.
that know, like just recently, I didn't mention him, but just recently, my cousin Daniel, I mean,
Oh
him and
yeah.
Aaron's birthday, yeah, him and Aaron's birthday it was a week apart, and that was Aaron's dog. That was my dog too. We grew up with him, and that kind of hit like a ton of bricks. And like you said, it was sudden, and
I
Aaron
had just
told me a
left New
situation.
Orleans, man, before
Yeah,
he died.
exactly.
Crazy.
Right, right. And it was crazy because my pops called me and told me, and I was like, what? He was getting his life together, man. He had just got out of jail. So it's like, man, it was just sad. It was another sad situation. So, I told my wife, and my wife gave me a hug and, say, you know what I'm saying? That's all. Called Aaron, make sure he was all right because they were the tightest. Called J Rock, called Jamie, what I mean? I just called everybody that knew him. I couldn't call my uncle. He changed numbers, like he changed draws. So I just waited to the funeral to see
You know
him.
what I'm
You
saying?
know, for real, man. I don't know so it's like, so it's one of them things, man. So it's just called like talking to you guys because I know you knew Daniel, you know what I'm saying? So just talking to people that knew him. And me and Aaron talked for a good while because, like I said, him and Aaron's birthday is a week apart, and they was thick as thieves,
Right.
And I was watching and I think I showed you this video. I was watching like an old video of him when we was all by my pop's house, the old school video, and him and Aaron was together the whole time. So I snapshot a picture of them two together and I sent it to his daughter, and she couldn't, she was like, wow, because she never seen him like that. He was a kid. He was like, we was in our teens
Mm.
and he was a comedian, dude. I don't know if you ever watched that tape in full length, but that dude was hilarious, man. That dude was funny as hell. So that, so like I said, just, and another thing that gets me, Jay, I know this kind of off putting, but man, I was looking on Facebook, right? Because I was sending you those pictures.
Right.
Did you get them?
Yeah, I got him. I got him.
Okay. All right, good. I was sending you those pictures and I was looking at one of them and I was like, every one of the people that I just talked about that commented on my pictures of me and Chanel or me and Kayla.
Oh wow.
One I seen, yeah, one of them I seen
Man.
Tamika had comment. Yeah, dog, that hit me, dude. And one of the main ones that hit me, dog, that really hit me hard and was unexpected was one of my coworkers passed. One of my coworkers passed on Christmas Eve, and I was the only one to know, so I had to bear that. I had
Wow.
to tell my boss, yeah, bro. And I just talked to him. Me and him he was like an uncle to me. And I told to him the day before he died. And me and Chanel was doing our podcast, and the lady, his girlfriend or one of his friends, hit Chanel up. It was so coincidental. Hit
Wow.
Chanel up on our live post
Wow.
and told me that he died. And I fell down, dude, because the twins were like, they wouldn't even. I think they just made one, so they were real little babies. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. And nobody knew at my job. I had to call on Christmas Eve and give my boss, my big boss, the lady that's name is on the. I had to call her and tell her what happened,
Wow.
and she cried like a baby. because this dude was a hard worker, but that's another thing. I looked on Facebook, looked at one of my pictures, and he said, "Man, y'all a great looking couple." You know what I'm saying? This dude used to always support me, man. Matter of fact, I still park my car. We park our car in the back, and me and him used to park in front of each other, and I still park my car right there, just in remembrance of him.
Man, dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy,
it was
man.
crazy, dude. And like I said, bro, like when we talk about grief and how we deal with it, man, I on two different occasions, man, with my cousin, I seen a post of him and I heard he passed that Sunday. Monday, I got to work and I was just looking on Facebook and I looked at a post and somebody said, and I seen him, and I got out the car and cried like a baby. I had to make sure I got myself straight before I clocked in, but I cried like a baby on my way to the car to go to clock in because I didn't want people at my job seeing me cry. And I just looked at my cousin, man, and I was like, man, this dude is gone. This dude is a year younger than me, and he gone. Even with my coworker, man, they had like a little thing that when I go in to clock in, didn't see his car there. You know what I'm saying? So I go and clock in, and I'm breathing heavy. I'm like, man, Then they had a flower arrangement and stuff on his desk in remembrance of him. His desk was right there by the time clock. And I clocked
Man,
in, and I think I went to the bathroom and cried like a baby. And then I think I left out because me and him used to leave out together. Clock out, me and him. He used to clock me in for lunch. He used to hook me up, man. I come back from lunch late. I said, "Hey, bro, hey, clock me in, dog, real quick." Because he's right there by the clock. I ain't supposed to say
right,
this. What the hell with it? He gone now. And yeah, so he used to hook me up, man. So even now I feel that, man, to this day. So that's two of them, dog. And I was on my way to New Orleans because we was going to New Orleans for Christmas. And I was talking about it, and I just started crying. I had to pull over, and Chanel had to rub my back and make sure she said, "Hey, gonna be all right." So that's two main recently situations that I had to deal with.
man, dude.
Grief and not outwardly, you know what I'm saying?
I haven't. I mean, man, it's just crazy how how close we are to that, and it's coming. It's a constant. Only thing
Mm,
constant in this life, you gonna live, you gonna die.
yeah, in
And
Texas.
we all got an expiration date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I always ask this question. You don't have to answer it, man.
Mm,
I always ask this question to some people sometimes. Like, if you knew, if you knew when you were gonna die, would
mm.
you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you do? Like, what would you? Well, or like, oh, should I say it like this?
If you had 24 hours to live,
I mean, no, like if you knew the time, the date, how it was gonna happen, if you knew if you had the opportunity to know all those little grimy details, would you want to know?
no,
Yeah, me neither.
no, no.
Me neither.
Mm.
Like,
I don't know. I don't.
say that.
It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to know when, and I don't want to know how.
Right. Yeah, like you
Because
say them grimy details.
yeah, yeah. Because it's like the first thing will pop up in my head. He said, "Okay, you gonna die." So I'm gonna say, "Okay, well, how old my kids gonna be?" Because I don't want them to be children. You know what I mean? So, and
Absolutely.
that's why I
Absolutely.
work so hard to get. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right, that's what I
I don't
said.
want that before.
I'm saying
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking. If you knew, if you can know
nah,
every little single detail about your death, would you
nah,
want to know?
nah. I'm good on
I'm
that. I'm good. I'm good on that, bro. I'm good
like,
on that.
what?
Good.
Choked on a Twinkie? Oh
Yeah,
man, get
see,
this out of
nah,
here!
see,
Like,
then you ain't gonna eat Twinkies no more.
for real, let them
So,
stay away from it. Clear. All right. Avoid the inevitable. First
yeah,
time you eat a Twinkie.
yeah. You like, yep, for real. I'm good on that. I'm good on that, man. I'm
Like,
good
man, the
on that.
first time you eat a Twinkie, I'm gonna choke on it.
Exactly. Now you're gonna have me cut up my Twinkies in little squares now.
You gonna burn the boxes at mama house
I'm
when
a
you leave?
birdie.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're right. She keeps you a Twinkie queen. You're a
Yes,
Twinkie
indeed,
queen
man.
over
Yes,
there. So
indeed. But
yeah.
we about to get ready to wrap up, man. But I want to ask this
Right.
last question, man. Like, you know, uh, if you had to pick, you could pick anybody you want. Um, what would you say to the person you're grieving or have grieved if they were still here?
Well, that depends, though. You have to pick the person.
Nah, you pick the person.
Uh,
It's your
shoot.
choice, man. I don't. You choose.
Hmm.
The ball's in your court. I'm just the point guard. You gotta pick.
Uh, you know what? I would tell my grandmother, my momo. I say I'm doing all right. Everybody good. Cause she, you know what, she was. If you ask Aaron and J Rock how she always worried about us. She
Right.
always was
Yeah.
like, is they all right? You know, like me and J Rock got our own place. We were staying with her when I forgot my first job, and we wound up moving, and we got our own place, and we would go over there to visit. She said, y'all can come back. And I was me and J Rock looked at each other, was like, nah, so she was always like, always like worried if something was going on with us, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, because you know how New Orleans is,
Man,
bro.
New
This
Orleans was
is
a
it was
crazy
at
place
that
in the
time,
'90s,
at
man.
that time in the '90s, man. It was the capital, it was the murder capital. But
It was a
I would
crazy
tell my
place in the
mom,
'90s, dude.
yeah, yeah, man, and that's tough, man, because I would tell, I would love to tell Tamika, hey, I miss you, you know, um, your daughters are beautiful and they're doing, they're doing what they can do, the best they can do. It's that's a tough one though, because you can go down the line, you know, and
Absolutely,
it's crazy because my coworker who I was telling you about, they still hadn't. He was a sorter, so he did our cards, he did our little cards and stuff like that. I would tell him, hey, bro, they still ain't hired nobody to take your place.
man.
Yeah, they still hadn't found nobody. They tried to hire somebody, but they're not as good as him. So they got 3 or 4 people doing the one job that he did, and he excelled at it. So that'd be another person. I said, hey, bro, his name was Carl. I said, man, look, bro, they still trying to find. I think I do that too every now and then at work, or when I walk in my car, and his car was used to be behind mine all the time. I would always tell him. I would always talk when I'm walking by there. I said, man, they still trying to replace you, bro, and they can't do it. So it could be a myriad of anybody, dog.
Right.
Tell my mother-in-law's my Widgevine would tell her, hey, we doing all right. Because the older, the eldest, man, that's all they wanted, man. They just wanted to make sure that their grandkids and great grannies are doing good and doing all right, and that's where we at.
Absolutely, man. Me, I would tell everybody. I'm piggyback off of you, dude. I tell everybody I'm
Hmm.
doing all right, and I hope you're proud.
Hmm. Yeah, hey, there you go. That's another. Yeah, yeah. You can't beat
I
that.
think
Yeah,
I'll
hope
go
you're
down the
proud.
line to everybody. I'm doing all right. Doing all right.
Hmm.
I hope you're proud.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all you can ask for, man. And it's just, you didn't want to let them down, your grandparents, and that's why, like I always tried to make sure I was doing all right when I went over there. Didn't have to
Absolutely.
ask for nothing. That's still to this day, that was kind of embedded in me through my mom. It's like, hey, if you need something, ask. But I'm like, nah, I say I don't want to say it's a pride thing, but it's like, you got to be man enough to stand on your two,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
not rely on it and make sure that, hey, I'm all right. I'm good.
For sure. For sure,
You
man.
know,
Well, bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time out today. Um,
that's all good.
coming in and chopping it up with me in Will's Towers, aka the game room.
There you go.
Via satellite, from live in the deep.
Life
uh
in the deep, baby.
man, I
We
look
getting it.
forward to just, you know, supporting and y'all podcast just as y'all supported me. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you know, real quick to people out there, like, I always say this every week, what I'm saying, if you know me personally and you know how to get in touch with me, you're
Hmm.
grieving, what I'm saying, I rather, I'm here to listen. I'm here
Hmm.
to, I'm here to offer some type of comfort if you are grieving. Um, you know, that's all I can really say, man, cuz
Yeah.
cuz you don't know, like, I only know what I know, you know what I'm saying? And I don't
Yeah.
and what I know, and if I could be of service to anybody that knows me personally, or if not, what I'm saying, I encourage you to engage your network. That's the thing I'm speaking on and preaching on.
Hmm.
Nowadays, what I'm saying, if you have somebody that's gonna be willing to listen to you, engage that person. What I'm saying, let them know how you feeling. You know, uh, don't resort to
Other
negative
stuff.
things and
Yeah.
negative ways of thinking and stuff like that. And I know there's a lot of people out here, when they're grieving, and the person they're grieving had committed suicide, they take that on, like, they they kind of blame
Hmm.
themselves for it, man. I'm here to
Yeah.
tell y'all. I'm here to tell y'all, like, it's not your fault. You know,
Nah.
no matter what
Mm-mm.
you, no matter what you did, you know what I'm saying. No matter what you think you could have done, you know, could have, you know, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but it's not your fault. You know,
Right.
it's not your fault. So, uh, if you're grieving, what I'm saying, um, engage in network. You know, there's therapists that specialize in grief out here.
Absolutely.
I want to encourage everybody to seek help and, seek comfort and seek uh what's the word I'm looking for, Mark? Um and seek
You,
help
you,
if
you.
if you're grieving.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be that shoulder.
Be the
That's what I was
shoulder,
gonna just
be the
leave
shoulder.
everybody with.
And and
My
good
shoulders
people.
are strong.
For sure. And good people out here, man. Keep being good people.
Yeah.
Keep keep hope alive and stuff.
Here you go. Hey,
But
look,
I didn't want
Jesse
this to be
Jackson.
too sad of an episode, even though it does drudge up a lot of memories and a lot of emotions. Uh, but grief is a part of life, and
It is, man.
long
You gonna grieve something.
yeah, as
You
long
gonna
as
grieve.
people, yeah, you go, and like me and Marcus discussed in the beginning of the show, you're gonna grieve something, but that
Mhm.
most common thing, you're gonna grieve somebody when you lost them. So what I'm
Yeah,
saying. And,
yeah,
uh,
yeah. Even kids, man. It's crazy because real quick. My twins, man, last year one of their friends, my Maddie, one of her best friends, I think I told you about this. Her best friend drowned. She was like 4.
oh wow,
She drowned in her
oh
pool,
wow,
So Chanel don't want her kids nowhere around no pool.
right.
But she was like that before that because we was on the house, we was looking for a house a couple of years ago, and she said, "I'm not getting a house with a pool." I said, okay, yeah, upkeep, but
Yeah,
yeah.
y'all,
Then
you
fast
don't
forward
want
the
no
whole.
pool anyway, man. You don't want them
No,
problems.
no, yeah, yeah, don't want no issues with that. But yeah, man, yeah, little girl, man, that died, man.
Oh
Little girl
wow,
drowned. She went back out. They were swimming. It was in the summertime too, and they were swimming. And she wanted to go back out, and she was like 3 or 4, something like that. And she snuck out, and then she snuck out, got in the pool, and drowned.
man, dude.
Yeah,
And
so then it's
that's
crazy
way
because
too
my
common,
kids know.
man. That some
Yeah, yeah,
situations like
man,
that
yeah.
happen way too common.
Yeah, and it was close to home too, because
Yeah.
it was like Maddie, like her, like I'd bring the kids to school, and her mom would bring her, so like they would know each other, and they'd be talking to each other the whole thing. They ignore me, and they walking together, talking. They was tight, man, and it was kind of sad. And I asked Maddie because they had like a little thing for her later on that next week. And I took them, and I didn't want to take them, but I took them because I was like, man, I don't know how this is gonna be. I didn't know how it was gonna be. I didn't know if Maddie is so emotional. I
Right.
didn't know she was gonna bust out cry. But I told her, I said, you okay? She said, yeah, she's in heaven with God. I was like, okay. I said, okay. That's.
These
She
kids
figured
are
it
tougher.
out.
These kids are somehow tougher
Yeah.
than I remember, man.
Yeah,
These like
yeah.
these
She
new
didn't cry.
kids.
Yeah, yeah. She didn't. I don't remember her crying. And every now and then, she would. It's crazy because nowadays kids are like my kids would be like if they see somebody's parent, they'd be like, "That's such and such mom," or "That's such," and then like after that situation, they took a couple of weeks off, and then she started because she had 2 boys that went there too, and they would say, "That's such and such mom," and I was like, "Sit down, don't say
Yeah,
that.
I got
Yeah,
you.
don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like don't, So she was. Then the mom was, no, it's okay, it's okay. I was like, all right, So
That's a strong
yeah,
mom, dude.
yeah, man, yeah, that was tough. That was tough. Nice lady too, man.
For sure.
And yeah, so
Yeah,
kids are
man.
tough, man. So I just say, man, just be that shoulder. That's all I'm gonna leave y'all with, man. Just be that shoulder, man. If somebody, you know. It's untimely, and it's real close. Just be that shoulder for them. That's all.
Absolutely.
Just let them talk and get everything they need to get off.
Yeah. Be good people, man. Be
That's
great
it, man.
people.
That's what it's all about.
You know what I'm
What it's
saying?
all about.
Y'all remember, man, you know what I'm saying? Grief is a part of life. And, life's a mental game, man. You got to have the right mentality to survive, man.
That's it.
I appreciate
That's
y'all
it.
for
That's real.
listening, watching, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you're doing, wherever you're listening, I really appreciate y'all for making it thus far in the podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate.
And, in my podcast journey, you know what I'm saying? This is episode 25. So,
Man,
You know what I'm saying? This is
that's
a
your
big,
number.
yeah, this is a big thing for me.
And one of your numbers.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm ready to get to number 77. Don't nobody know about that one. Nobody remembers that one, man. But another story for another day, man. But we love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, and I pray everybody's mental health get better. And
Absolutely.
that's all we gotta say today. That's all we got for this week, man. Appreciate y'all. We out.
Yeah. One love.